Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship Triple One here now. With Expansion 2 on the horizon, no pun intended, the state of Horizon 4 will most possibly begin to dwindle down to maintenance and amending issues that are still present in the game. Sure, we may probably still get a few new cars every month, but it's safe to say that the core of the game has been completed by then, and any new features that will greatly change or improve Forza Horizon 4 will most likely be included in the next Horizon title. So let's take a look at 6 new features we all want, possibly later in Forza Horizon 4 or a future title. Starting off with number 1, Windshield Decals. This isn't a big one really, however, with some cars in the game having decals stuck onto their windows and windshield by default, I fail to see why the option for putting custom stickers on the windshield is not available. Throughout the years, Forza has slowly implemented more customization options on their vehicles, such as white lettering on the tires, even though I wish they would actually have proper brands, but that's a different story. Proper wide body kits from Liberty Walk and Rocket Bunny. Now all we need to complete the look is to have decals available to stick onto our windshields, and the cars will then look complete. I'm not saying that every car we customize aesthetically will need to have them, but there's a reason why the RTR Mustangs and the Hoonigan vehicles have them, and that's just simply because it looks cool. Number 2, Extreme Car Detail. Alright, I know we praise Forza for not only how good the graphics are, but also the amount of detail they go into their cars. Things like color code stickers alongside doors, LED taillights replicated to the exact millimeter. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm nitpicking here, but having played Gran Turismo, I must say when it comes to pure detail, particularly with road cars that would be suitable for the Horizon series, unfortunately, Gran Turismo just has Forza beat. A couple examples is a digital heads-up display. A few years back when the Corvette Stingray was featured, you can see in Gran Turismo 5 they actually included the HUD display, whereas in Forza 5 they didn't. Granted, this was a few years back, but also looking at the latest AE86 in Gran Turismo Sport, they even included the iconic speed indicator sound, which is something I don't ever think Forza would have included, even if Toyota was available in the game today. On the current car roster in Horizon, there are many cars that now feature a proper heads-up display like the Ford GT350, and if they could incorporate this into their car models in a future Horizon title, then it just makes us appreciate the game and the cars that much more. Number 3, Interior Customization. I've always been big in interior customization as it's something that is lacking in most racing games we see today. And with Forza having the Forza Vista mode showing off the interior, yeah, it's impressive seeing how the car looks within in its stock form, but I always imagine just how much more personalized these cars could become if we could say, take out the passenger seats, put in special aftermarket gauges, change the steering wheels. There's so much that could be done. I understand requesting a feature like this is giving Playground Games a lot on their plate. However, as every new title is made, new features need to be added in order to keep the series fresh and exciting. I feel as though the cars in Forza don't give us enough car personalization. Like, I'm not emotionally invested with many of the cars I own in the game, as Horizon has been more about collecting cars instead. That's one thing that other games like Need for Speed does very well. Each car that they feature have an abundance of aesthetic modifications that it's actually hard to find someone else with the exact same mods as your own, and that is something I feel Forza indeed lacks. I'm not saying to be exactly like Need for Speed as that is their own entity, but there are ways to go about by increasing our emotional value to the cars that we have and including interior customization that is more than just changing the color scheme would be a fantastic start. Number 4, the sense of speed. I totally agree with this one, as it was mentioned in one of the videos I watched from a YouTuber known as Ewan Thea Karen. Sorry if I butchered your name, but a quick shout out to him for mentioning it, and it's so true. Having played the original Forza Horizon recently, just so I can go through the cars that used to be in the Forza franchise, I took the ultimate aero along the highway for a short top speed run, and I must say, going much less than the fastest car in Forza Horizon 4, which is 320 miles per hour. I was really feeling the sense of adrenaline just going at 250 miles per hour on the highway. I was shocked as to how fast it felt, and I was just imagining if I was going at 320 miles per hour in the original Horizon game, it would be absolutely terrifying. Unfortunately, throughout the Horizon series, as more frame rates get added, the sense of speed certainly has felt nullified. Now, I haven't played Forza Horizon 4 in 30 frames per second, so I wouldn't know, but even going back to Horizon 3, going at 300 miles per hour still felt relatively quite safe in a sense. The feeling of high speeds with peripheral motion blur, cabin noises, and cabin shake are all small add-ons that could really increase the feel of driving extremely quick, and I certainly hope we will get to see that sometime in the future. Number 5, more pre-tuned cars. As much as I like customizing our own vehicles, seeing aftermarket modded cars come into a game is just as exciting. Back in the older Forza days, they actually included a lot of Japanese aftermarket tuner cars like the Mugen Civic and Integra Type R, Mines, Skyline GTRs, Top Secret, amongst many more. And now we do have a lot of them, but mainly from America, and as cool as they are seeing the difference in interior renders, I feel as though that the Japanese and European pre-tuned cars are getting slightly neglected. And because many of them are extremely special in the Forza game, they can come off from the base vehicle that they have already rendered. It's just seeing how different the engine bays are, the interior modifications, and also the aesthetic changes could really give us an appreciation on just how unique each car can be. Because as much as I would like to see a vast improvement in car modifications, no matter how customizable they allow it to become from both the outside and inside, there will be a glass ceiling that we will hit, and that's where these pre-tuned cars fit into the game. And number 6, Japan. I know this one will be controversial to even mention, as I know there are people out there that would hate the idea of bringing a Horizon game to Japan with the exclusion of Toyota. But I'm thinking back about the hype when we were about to be shown Forza Horizon 4 at E3, and majority of us speculated that, well, it was time for Japan. As for the first Horizon, it was set in America, then Europe, and then Australia, so Asia would be the most appropriate, and we began to think, wow, the car culture in Japan is truly unprecedented, and if Playground Games is able to capture the essence of that, it will be the most exciting Horizon game ever. Unfortunately, it was set in the United Kingdom, but looking at it now, I'm actually glad that Horizon 4 was not set in Japan, as I feel it would have been a disappointment since the game just does not feel polished. And on top of that, just imagine Horizon 4 now with Playground Games' rendition of Japan. I honestly think it would feel dull. I don't think the map itself is enough to make the game exciting. Therefore, when I propose Japan, I also mean the car culture that is there, all the lit up Lamborghinis that we see, drift scenes with cheap rundown cars that are half damaged, toge runs, one gun midnight, Kanjo loops. There's just so much within the car culture over there. It's absolutely amazing. And on top of everything else that Playground Games have done already in the Horizon franchise, I feel as though if they bring the game over there, they also need to nail the car culture too. Otherwise, it would just feel anticlimactic and almost somewhat of a waste. So there we have it, guys. 6 new features we all want to see in either Forza Horizon 4 or a future Horizon title. Let me know what you guys think of this list, if you guys do agree, or are there other features that you guys would like to see in a future Horizon title? Because one brain from myself is certainly not enough. I would like to get all of your feedback of what you guys would like to see potentially in Forza Horizon 5. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. Also, if you would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.